Idaho's governor signed a controversial bill that would allow some people to carry guns on college campuses. Well, the measure was overwhelmingly approved by lawmakers, despite opposition by the president of every one of Idaho's public colleges and universities. The new gun law has sparked a lot of debate and an eye-opening letter from one college professor. NBC's Joe Fryer has more for us.
I'm a biology professor, not a lawyer, and I'd never considered bringing a gun to work until now. But since many of my students are likely to be armed, I thought it would be a good idea to even the playing field.
At Boise State University, Greg Hampikian is a DNA expert suddenly diving into politics, concerned about plans to allow guns on college campuses. He recently wrote a satirical letter to Idaho lawmakers, published in the New York Times and headlined by a shocking question.
When may I shoot a student?
When may I shoot a student?
Right.
That's provocative.
It's serious as well. Mass
shootings like Virginia Tech, Newtown, and Columbine often come to mind when discussing guns in schools. But Hampikian's tongue-in-cheek letter focuses on how teachers might feel in a classroom where guns are legal. He writes about past encounters with disgruntled students.
But I always assumed that when they reached into their backpacks, they were going for a pencil. But now that we'll all be packing heat, I would like legal instruction in the rules of classroom engagement.
He asks, if I'm working out a long equation on the board and several students try to correct me using their laser sights, am I allowed to fire a warning shot? Do you have any concerns about your safety if this passes?
No. Honestly, no.
Rather, Hampikian hoped his letter would draw attention to a bill in the Idaho legislature that's opposed by the leaders of all 8 public colleges. But supporters say those with enhanced concealed carry permits have a right to protect themselves within campus borders.
I personally look at this more of as an individual protection, not for the masses, but for the individuals.
State Representative Jason Monks has 3 kids in college, including Kelby, who plans to carry a gun on campus. He's more worried about everyday criminals, but school shootings concern him too.
I wouldn't be able to live with myself knowing that I watched something so horrible and heinous happen and that people were murdered, and I just had to lay down and just hope that I wasn't next.
With so many opinions, Professor Hampikian opened up debate in class.
In a situation where when you're defending yourself, you are reacting to an attack, why not try to level the playing field as much as possible?
People are going to carry whether you restrict them or not.
I have a concealed carry. I don't necessarily think it's appropriate on campus. I'm kind of torn on it.
People are talking about it all over the country.
Hampikian says he just wanted his letter to generate opinions, something everyone has a license to carry.
And that was NBC's Joe Fryer reporting Idaho will become the 7th state in the country to allow guns on college campuses. Guns will not be allowed in dorms or stadiums. Of course, you can always hit us up on social media to let us know what you think about that story. Well,